Hey everyone, this is Nick. One of my very first sort of forays into YouTubing was because of my friend Anne, who runs Depict Data Studio. She asked me to write a guest blog post once when she saw me posting pictures of my evaluation reports in PowerPoint onto her Depict Data Studio blog. And so from time to time, a comment pops up on that blog and I get notified of that comment as well. And so I, go ahead and check out some of these tips. I think are, kind of older. I've sort of evolved in some of my PowerPoint designing, but there are 9 tips here, and I think that they're all pretty solid if you're looking to use PowerPoint instead of Word or another software to make your visual reporting for evaluation and research. The comment was down here, and let's see, all the way down here. And this person, let's see, they said, how does using the Slide Master improve the efficiency of report design compared to copying and pasting individual slides? So I used to just sort of copy everything on a slide, and I would just copy that slide if I wanted to continue along with that layout. But you can also use the Slide Master behind the scenes to make things more consistent over time. And this is going to come more into play when you're designing actual templates that you want to use or reuse or have other people in your organization using as well. So I wanted to revisit that initial slide deck, which is not really kind of a report. It's actually, technically it's a slide deck, but it's really a report in this traditional 8.5 by 11 orientation right here. Now, all of these slides are just designed with text and shapes. You can see this rectangle here for the header. These are 2 layers of text boxes that I used for the 2-column layout. And then these were, just another text box large. This is an image right here that I had removed the background on. So let's just say I wanted to really update this entire report. This is a pretty short report. It's 8 pages, but if you had a longer report, and let's just say I noticed that I didn't actually put a pink footer here on each of the pages. Now, I could go ahead and insert a footer, and I could copy it and paste it to every single page. But if you have 100 pages, that might be a lot. So let's go ahead and try to do that to the Slide Master. Now, if I add something to the Slide Master, I know it's going to show up on every single slide in the deck. So to get to the Slide Master, we go to the View tab on the ribbon, and then right under here, under Master Views, we're going to click on the Slide Master. Now, in this case, I don't have any custom layouts or custom design on my report. So you're going to see just sort of the traditional layouts that PowerPoint sort of provides you right here. This top slide here is the Slide Master. It really is the parent slide for all the other layouts. So anything that you put on this slide number 1 is going to show up on every single slide in your PowerPoint file from there on out. These individual child layouts, they call them, so these are the slide layouts. These could be a little bit different, and something that I add to this layout, for instance, is not going to be added to any of the other layouts. So I will have to insert each of these layouts individually from my insert new slide tab. So where do I find that? So if I were to go back to my normal view, so click on View and then go back to normal view. Now right here, if I were to go to New Slide, you can see these are all of the stock layouts that I have access to. So I could add any of these. Let's just add this one right here, and you can see now I have this sort of 2-column content layout right there. So that's how you add new layouts to your deck. But let's go back to the Slide Master. And now say I wanted to add that pink footer to every single one of my slides. Let's go ahead and I'm going to insert a shape. Anything that I insert onto this anything that I insert onto this Slide Master is going to show up on all my other slides. So this is just a little rectangle. It's pink. I'm going to make sure that it's not outlined. I don't want it to have an outline. And I make sure that it's going to span the entire width of the page. Now let's go back to the normal view. Now, anything that I put on top of that slide will cover that pink ribbon, so you can, or that pink box. So you can see on the bottom of my slide right here, if I put this in slideshow mode, there's no pink footer there at the bottom. But if I go down to this page, which didn't have anything under it, you can see my pink footer there. You can see my pink footer there, but you can also see, because that I have this box right here, that kind of lays on top of it. So you might want to sort of consider thinking about something like that if you're going to be doing that. From here, I could probably just move my little box up, and then you can get that footer there. That might be kind of a workaround for that, but you can see the footer has been applied to all of these individual layouts right there. So that's one way that you can really quickly put something on the entire on an entire report without having to copy and paste it now individually. Now, if I said that, hey, I like this kind of general layout right here. So what I'm going to do is I want to have a custom layout in my slide master so that I can use this layout over and over again and populate it with new content. All I have to do is go back to that slide master, and let's go ahead and insert. I mean, I think I can probably update one of these layouts, but I'm going to actually just insert a new custom layout. So to do that, right click and say insert layout. You don't want to insert slide master, you want to insert layout. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start adjusting everything. I'm going to keep that slide title, but I'm going to make it much smaller. I'm going to turn it white, and then I'm going to go ahead and insert my sort of design stripe that I had right here. It's going to be that pink color, and I'm going to make sure that the text is sort of centered there. If you really wanted to align everything, you could highlight both the text and that box. We're going to make sure to align them to the middle. That's pretty nice. And I think this was kind of a bold, but I don't know that it was necessarily black. So I'm just going to say Arial right here as the font. You can update this as you normally would and just do that bold. And then I'll put this one down just a little bit more. And I think maybe we'll just go ahead and make this a little thinner right there. But then if I wanted to have that text, the content there for my two columns, you can go ahead, we got to go back to that slide master view right here, and under insert placeholder, this is where I'm going to insert the text placeholder. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert my text placeholder here for my two column layout right there, and I'm going to just duplicate that. Control D will duplicate it, and I just want to make sure that these are sort of similar sizes. So I'm just going to move that there and kind of span that to the half of the slide right there, and you can see I have my 0 right there, so I know that that's the half of my slide. Let's go ahead and make sure both of these are aligned to the top so that they're perfectly aligned. Very nice, very nice. And if I wanted to update, now I know I'm probably not going to have such a huge text right here, so if you really want to delete some of this, you can. You actually, if you don't want to give your users sort of some customizability there, I'm just going to delete all the different levels, and I'm going to go ahead, and I know that generally I don't want this to be a bulleted list, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the bullets, and I'm going to make this, I don't know, probably 14 points, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Now, kind of a fun little trick here is anything that I do formatting wise to this, I could paste the formatting over here, and what I could do is just go up to my little format painter right here, click on that, activate it, and then click on this box right here, and it will do the same. Now you can see that the second through fifth levels are still there. You can just go ahead and delete those, but that top level is all I really want for this text box, and that's going to be 14 point. Now, this is going to be a blank space here because I'm maybe going to put a chart or pictures, and I want some flexibility there. I don't want that to be a placeholder necessarily. So what we're going to do is go back to our normal view now, and now I've created a new layout. And so I'm going to go to the insert new slide right here, and here is my custom layout. So I'm going to go ahead and just insert that, and now you have a nice custom layout that you could insert your slide title here or your report page title here, and then you can go ahead and insert all of the text that you would want to do in that two-column layout. You're going to insert a picture. So this is just some of the ways that you can sort of start interacting with your PowerPoint slide file so that you can sort of customize some of those layouts and also improve your efficiency over time. If you're actually creating a report template that you want to use time and time again, you can go ahead and create these layouts behind the scenes on that slide master, and you'll be able to just insert the new layout without having to copy and paste another slide. You can still copy and paste another slide. I still do that. A lot of people still do that. But if you want to kind of do it a little bit more by the book, you can go ahead and use that slide master and those layouts. So I hope that you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. You'll get notified every time I post a new video in data design, usually PowerPoint, Excel, or Word. Had a great time making this for you, and I hope you all have a great day ahead. See you later.